In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on April 20th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cincinnati Reds versus Baltimore Orioles. This Sunday, the Cincinnati Reds will be squaring off against the Baltimore Orioles at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It's a classic National League versus American League matchup, and there's a bit of buzz around it, not just because of the venue, but because both teams have some recent history and a lot to prove. Last season, Baltimore swept the Reds in a 3-game set, but they didn't come out with the same fire this time around, dropping the opener on Friday. That kind of flat energy has shown up a little too often for them this year. They just haven't been able to recapture last season's momentum. At home, they're only 4-5 so far, and now they're turning to Morton to pitch, which hasn't gone well. He's been pretty rough, and the Reds made that clear by tagging him early in the series. The Cincinnati lineup isn't exactly known for being disciplined at the plate, but against someone like Morton, they might not need to be. The guy has allowed 24 hits in just over 18 innings pitched. Cincinnati, on the other hand, has shown some life on the road, winning 4 of their last 6 away from home, and they've won 5 of their last 9 against Baltimore. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cincinnati Reds money line is our full game side pick. This game becomes a little more interesting when you look at who's starting on the mound. Cincinnati had to call up Spears from AAA, and while his numbers haven't been pretty, they're still not nearly as bad as Morton's. Morton comes in with an earned run average nearing 9, which is about as rough as it gets for a starter. Neither offense has been lighting up the scoreboard on a nightly basis, but both squads have enough talent in the lineup to put together big innings when they catch a groove. Cincinnati, for example, has put up 7 or more runs in 3 of their last 4 games, and at least 5 in 5 of their last 7. Baltimore isn't far behind. They've scored 6 or more in 3 of their last 5. The over has hit in 3 of the last 5 times these two teams met. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins versus Atlanta Braves. The Minnesota Twins, sitting at a 7-13 record, and the Atlanta Braves, not far behind at 6-13, are set to wrap up their 3-game set on Sunday. Neither team has found much rhythm at the plate to start the season, with both offenses ranked in the bottom third of the league when it comes to runs scored. That means Sunday's outcome is more likely to hinge on the pitching matchup. Joe Ryan has been the most reliable starter for the Twins so far, logging the most innings on the staff and boasting an impressive 2.32 strikeout to walk ratio over 22 innings. On the other side, Atlanta sends Grant Holmes to the mound, but his numbers don't inspire the same level of confidence. 15 strikeouts to 10 walks show a lack of command, and his stuff hasn't been nearly as overpowering as Ryan's. With the Braves ranking 22nd in batting average and 26th in runs, their chances of breaking through against Ryan are slim. If Holmes can't hold things together, Atlanta won't have much backup, as their bullpen ranks 21st in earned run average. Looking at recent trends, there's a noticeable difference in how these teams have been swinging the bats. Over the past week, Minnesota has managed a team OPS of .689, while Atlanta trails with a .624 OPS during the same stretch. That difference could matter. On the bullpen side, it's a pretty even race. Minnesota's relievers carry a 3.82 earned run average, placing them 17th in the league, and Atlanta is just a step behind with a 3.92 earned run average, ranking 18th. As our first pick for this matchup, the Minnesota Twins money line is our full game side pick. Both starters have been solid through 2 outings each in April. Joe Ryan has gone 1-1 with a 2.65 earned run average and is holding hitters to a .169 batting average over 17 innings. Grant Holmes has impressed in limited action with a 1-0 record, a 2.31 earned run average, and a WHIP under 1 across 11.2 innings. Despite these solid pitching lines, the bats for both clubs just haven't woken up. Minnesota comes in ranked 27th in ops with a .622 mark, and Atlanta isn't much better, sitting 22nd at .673. When these teams meet, runs tend to be scarce. The under has hit in 4 of their last 7 matchups. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus Philadelphia Phillies. On Sunday, the Miami Marlins will wrap up a 3-game road series against their division rival, the Philadelphia Phillies. Miami dropped the opener on Friday in a rough 7-2 loss. That game added to their current losing streak, which now sits at 4 games. The Marlins are slipping further behind in the National League East, sitting 4.5 games out of first place. Philadelphia, on the other hand, has picked up back-to-back wins and is only a game out of first in the American League East. The Marlins haven't had much success lately, losing 4 of their last 5 games overall. They've also struggled on the road, dropping 4 of their last 6 away from home, and haven't fared well against the Phillies recently either, losing 4 of the last 6 matchups. The Phillies have done well hosting Miami, going 6-3 in the last 9 games played in Philadelphia, even though Philadelphia's earned run average ranks only 16th in the league at 3.99. Their starting pitchers lead the majors with 9 quality starts. Miami's pitching has been worse. Their team earned run average is 4.76, which ranks 29th. Marlins starter Connor Gillespie is coming off his worst performance in 4 starts, giving up 8 runs on 8 hits, including 2 home runs, in just 5 innings against Arizona. Phillies starter Jesus Luzardo has been solid all year, allowing 3 earned runs or fewer in each of his first 4 starts. He's given up just 6 runs across 23.1 innings, with a 2.31 earned run average and a 1.07 WHIP. Philadelphia has also been solid against the run line this year, going 12-8, which puts them 7th in the league. Miami is near the bottom at 8-11. The Marlins kicked off the season with some fight, but things have taken a sharp turn for the worse. They've now lost 5 in a row, and the issues are coming from every angle: pitching, hitting, you name it. They're starting to look more like the struggling team many expected. Gillespie hasn't been the answer either. He's given up 19 hits and 14 earned runs in just 19 innings. That's not exactly reassuring. Meanwhile, the Phillies are heating up at the plate, and Luzardo, who used to pitch for the Marlins, has given up just 4 runs in his last 18.1 innings. Facing his former team could add some extra motivation. Right now, Miami isn't a team you want to put faith in, especially not against a team that's rolling and a pitcher who's locked in. As our first pick for this matchup, the Philadelphia Phillies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The total has gone over in each of Philadelphia's last 5 games, and the same goes for 5 of their last 6 games at home. In fact, 5 of their last 6 matchups against Miami have hit the over too. The Marlins have been part of a lot of high-scoring games themselves lately. 6 of their last 7 have gone over the total, with Philadelphia's 3.99 earned run average and Miami's even worse 4.76. It's not hard to see why. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago White Sox versus Boston Red Sox. The Chicago White Sox are squaring off against the Boston Red Sox on Sunday afternoon in what will be the continuation of their 4-game set. We're diving into the details with a full breakdown and prediction. Schoenberg gets the nod for Chicago, while Boston counters with Tanner Houck. So far this season, Boston has the edge in the series, leading at 3-2. The White Sox haven't managed to win a road series all year. In fact, they've only picked up 1 win away from home. Meanwhile, Boston is coming off a successful road series against the Rays, including a dominant showing in Friday's game. They've been on a roll lately, winning 4 of their last 5 matchups. Looking at the starting pitchers, Schoenberg has had a rough go of it lately. In his last 3 starts, he's allowed 14 earned runs over 10.2 innings. That's an earned run average sitting at a brutal 11.81. On the flip side, Tanner Houck has had a couple of shaky moments, but he's still a solid arm. Sure, he gave up 11 runs in his last outing, but earlier this month he limited the Blue Jays to a single run over nearly 7 innings. Last season, Houck was arguably the best arm in Boston's rotation. Also worth noting, in 8 of the White Sox's last 10 losses, they've gone down by at least 2 runs. There's just been a pretty clear gap between these 2 teams all year, and it's likely going to keep showing in this series. Boston's been better at capitalizing with runners in scoring position, and that's a big difference maker. The White Sox rank near the bottom, 28th to be exact, with a .577 OPS in those spots. Boston's sitting at 12th with a .758 OPS when these teams meet. Boston has also had the upper hand recently, winning 6 of the last 9 matchups. I think Houck is better than he looked in that rough outing last time. Most of his starts have come on the road this year, but this time he's pitching at home, and it feels like the right opportunity for a bounce back. The White Sox lineup hasn't exactly exactly been scaring anyone lately. I'm not sure they could break out of a slump even if the pressure was off. Boston has looked like the stronger team through and through in this series, and I expect them to rough up Burke in this one. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Red Sox to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both starting pitchers have had a tough time getting into any kind of groove so far in April. Sean Burke is 0-3 with an 11.81 earned run average, and opponents are hitting .333 off him over 10.2 innings. Tanner Houck isn't faring much better with a 0-1 record, a 10.38 earned run average, and a hefty 2 WHIP across 13 innings. The bullpens haven't been steady either. Chicago's relievers have a 4.62 earned run average, ranking them 23rd in the league, while Boston's bullpen is sitting at 19th with a 4.07 earned run average. That said, the White Sox did manage to score some runs against Boston the last time these two met, putting up 15 runs over 3 games. Houck has also had some issues with them in the past, carrying a 4.79 earned run average when facing Chicago. On top of that, Burke has been giving up the long ball, 5 home runs allowed over his last 3 starts. Chicago's pitching has been unraveling, giving up a total of 35 runs in just their last 5 games. That includes 10 runs allowed in the first game of this series. Heading into Saturday, the over has hit in 3 of Boston's last 4 games. All signs point to a high-scoring affair in this one. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Yankees versus Tampa Bay Rays. Two teams from the American League East wrap up a 4-game set on the field down in Florida, with both clubs looking to head home on a winning note. The New York Yankees are on the road to face the Tampa Bay Rays Sunday afternoon, finishing their visit in the Sunshine State. The Yankees came out swinging in the opener, grabbing a 6-3 victory Thursday night. They followed that performance with a tight 1-0 win on Friday, guaranteeing themselves at least a split in the series. Tampa Bay answered back Saturday, clawing out a 10-8 win in extra innings to keep the series competitive. Tampa Bay has had a rough go trying to find consistency this season, especially when it comes to putting runs on the board. Their starter, Ryan Pepiot, hasn't exactly found a rhythm either. This month, he's given up 20 hits and 11 earned runs over just 16 innings, including 6 home runs, numbers that don't bode well against a powerful Yankees offense. Meanwhile, Max Fried has looked sharp early in his tenure with New York, tossing 24 innings with only 5 earned runs and 28 strikeouts, while allowing just 23 hits. It's early, but he's already climbed into the top tier for the Cy Young race. Tampa Bay might hit lefties reasonably well, but Fried's locked in right now. I wouldn't bet against him in his current form. Pepiot's had trouble keeping hitters honest, and with the Yankees' bats, that could spell more trouble. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Yankees money line is our full game side pick. In his 3 outings this month, Max Fried has been dialed in, putting up a 1.4 earned run average over 19.1 innings of work. He's facing a Tampa Bay lineup that sits right in the middle of the pack, 17th in batting average at .221 and 15th in OPS with .651 when hitting against lefties this year. And when this Rays roster has faced Fried in the past, they've managed just a .111 average with a bleak slash line of .111, .158, and .111 over 18 total at-bats. On the other side, Pepiot has somehow managed to stymie the Yankees in his career, limiting them to just 1 hit in 23 at-bats. That's a .43 average. Both bullpens have been dependable, ranking in the top 10 in earned run average. Plus, the weather might help keep scoring low, with wind blowing in from right center at around 11.4 miles per hour. Given all that, I'm expecting a game where runs are tough to come by. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.